The heavenly body Ceres, the nurturing asteroid and now dwarf planet, will be traveling through Sagittarius, expansion and wisdom, the entire month and will remain in the sign of the Centaur through November of 2019. We normally think of Ceres as a Cancerian archetype, as she is related to the mother and fertility. Yet Ceres in Sagittarius nurtures through expansion, exploration, travel, social justice, and spiritual awakening, and in this way we can feed others and our soul. During her 10-month journey, Ceres will also contact the fixed star Antares from February 18th to 28th, and then again in May and September, and this will amp up the warrior activist nature of this planet. In our time of female rising, she is a welcome ally. As the mother, Ceres in Sagittarius cares for all children, with an emphasis on foreigners, immigrants, and victims of political or religious strife. We have seen the fallacious and tragic immigration crisis unfold, and there may be an uprising of women's groups as the situation deteriorates. Religious and spiritual organizations need to take a more active role in educating people about their prejudices and biases. Intolerance and demagoguery are the dark side of Sagittarius, and sadly, we see this displayed in rants about who is a real American. Ceres nurtures through education, particularly higher education, such as universities, and here we likewise have a crisis in the United States, enormous student debt. How are we seeding the future? Ceres connects to food supplies and agriculture, and with overpopulation and global climate catastrophe, we should be putting greater emphasis on designing more regenerative crop systems. Permaculture, where plants and vegetation are allowed to grow wild, is a very Ceres and Sagittarius energy. Sagittarius is natural law and a return to more local and nesting food supply chains. A re-education around food as a natural remedy should be attempted at this time. Globalism and multinationalism are Sagittarian constructs, and despite our retrogressive stance to withdraw from the world, both politically and humanitarily, we do have a responsibility to contribute our wealth and know-how to those less fortunate. Yes, that also means helping our fellow Americans, but we can do both. There is enough to go around if we set our priorities straight. And when we speak of the global food crisis, ultimately we will all suffer, even first world nations, if we do not address biosystemic destruction and pollution head on. Sagittarius is about universality and commonality despite the paradox of differences. We must all do better to understand one another and realize that our planet is one system separated by unnatural man-made boundaries. An holistic approach to life and economic and social issues will be the only way we can survive in a healthy fashion. Lastly, as the Sagittarian archetype is that of the Centaur, half man, half beast, how can we bring the body and mind into alignment in order to be of service to a higher goal? In what ways can you nourish yourself to engage with the world around you in a healthy way? For Aries, it's through being the spiritual warrior and through writing and teaching. For Taurus, it's through partnering with businesses or enterprises overseas. For Gemini, through engaging with and learning from others who have a different but complementary viewpoint. For Cancer, allowing for more diversity, even of food, into your life. For Leo, it's feeding your art with spirituality. For Virgo, opening your home to people outside your family. For Libras, it's about being open-minded and tolerant in your speech, perhaps learning a foreign language. For Scorpios, improving yourself and your talents through dialogue and acceptance of paradox. For Sagittarians, it's being an emissary for unity and world peace. For Capricorn, finding ways to bring your very big dreams into concrete reality. And for Aquarius, being a social justice warrior in groups and online. And lastly, for Pisces, allowing international groups to support your work. Sagittarius is about expansion and tolerance, and that is what we need now more than ever. And not expansion on the material plane, as low-vibrating Sag can include gluttony and financial risk-taking, but rather on the mental and spiritual plane. Dream big, be bold in imagining a better future for humanity, and in true Antares spirit, be willing to fight for what you desire. While recidivists want the world to go back to black and white, the genie is out of the bottle, and we are a country and world of supremely diverse individuals who yet all have a common dream: to live in peace, love, and have the opportunities to improve their lives. Let's nourish ourselves with this vision, and as the old world falls away, a new and more luscious planet will develop in its wake. I'm Metastrologer Patrice Kamins.